Hello everybody and welcome back to Ingrid's Kitchen. Today we're gonna learn how to make these delicious sweet potato croquettes filled with corn, gluten-free, easy to make and very fast. I hope you like. So like I said in the last recipe for our sweet potato gnocchi, if you haven't seen it yet, check it out because the recipe is exactly the same up to the process where on the gnocchi we're gonna cook the gnocchi in boiling water, but with the croquette we're gonna put in the semolina or corn flour and milk to put in air fryer. So here I'm making my Quorn, which is exactly the same as I made for the gnocchi, with some onions, garlic, corn, kale, and then you can put the flavors that you want, and I added some carrots as well. So I'm not using oil again, so I just add, once the pan is very hot with the onions, I add a little bit of boiling water and add the salt in, and then I add my corn and all my flavor that I would like. While the corn is cooking, don't forget, if you are new to my channel, subscribe, leave your like and your comment and share with your friends and family that you think will enjoy this recipe. So I'm now adding the carrots and I'm gonna leave that to cook now on a slow heat. It should be just about another 3 minutes, okay? So now we're going to our sweet potato. Again, the sweet potato shouldn't be too soft, it should be just right as if you're making a mashed potato. And I'm adding a teaspoon of vegan butter or margarine, and then you're going to mix it all, and we're going to use a spelt flour, but you can use oats flour, which you just need to blend the oats, or you can use gluten-free flour. It will work as well if you want to make gluten-free flour, or you can even use a plain flour, okay? For 500 grams of sweet potato, I used 1.5 cups of spelt flour, but what I will say to you is use just slowly, add a little bit of time, and I also add a little bit of salt, like a half teaspoon, into my flour. Now we're going to work this dough, and as I did on the gnocchi video, you gently work the dough, so you're not pressing too hard in the bench because you don't want the dough to stick to a bench. So until all the flour gets combined. Now this video, I'm gonna leave the video full on the gnocchi one so you can check. I'm gonna skip right to the end where we get into the consistency that we need. So okay, this is the consistency. Is where it's still soft, it sticks in your hand but not too much. You can still work the dough, okay? So now we're going to start rolling, and I like to divide my dough into equal parts. So like any other bread as well, or if you're working with any other dough, you always have the flour next to you. So I'm dividing into 8 equal parts, and then I'm going to use each part to make a little roll and to make the nice shape for our croquettes. Okay, so here, like I said before, the process to make the gnocchi is the same. We're going to open the little dough as in a disc, and then we're going to fill in and make a little shape, like a round shape. So it's really easy to work on it as well. And this one we can fill a little bit more than the gnocchi because it doesn't have the risk to open because we're not putting boiling water. We're gonna pass into milk and also into the corn flour. So as you guys can see, I'm always getting my hands full of flour, so it makes easy for you to mold the dough, okay? So roll a little bit again gently, and you have your little croquette, which is ready for us to start dipping in the milk and in the corn flour or semolina. Okay, now that our croquettes are ready, we're gonna prepare our milk and our flour to roll them in. I'm using semolina fine, but you can use cornmeal or even oats flour or the normal flour. All of them would work. So I'm adding salt, a pinch of salt in both the milk and the flour. Some tumeric to give color, so it's a pinch of tumeric again on both. Also a pinch of smoked paprika on both, and a little pinch of black pepper as well, I like to add. So you mix it all and then it's ready for us to start rolling. So I mix my flour, now I'm mixing my milk. So on this step we're gonna do milk first, then into the flour, and you can use both hands so you don't get your hands too sticky. This process can be a bit tough sometimes. And then you dip again into the milk and into the flour again. That way you'd have a nice crispy outside of your little croquette. You continue this process until all your croquettes are done, just like that. And like I said, I'm using the air fryer, but you can also bake or you can shallow fry as well, because everything is cooked. The sweet potato is cooked and the corn is cooked. We're only doing this so we can get a nice crisp outside. Okay, now that we've finished rolling all our croquettes, we're gonna put in our air fryer, and I'm gonna put around 180 degrees for 10 minutes, but keep checking because I found that sometimes the little ones has opened. Okay, so while it's doing, check halfway through to make sure that they haven't popped. Now they are ready, and I prepare some little salad to decorate, to garnish our plate. This is an amazing recipe for you to make to share with your family or friends, and is great to eat with a beer or a little bit of Tabasco sauce and some ketchup. So I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe, and please don't forget to leave your like and share this with your friends and family. Thank you very much for watching. See you soon.